Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Super Conqueror. It's a tier 10 British heavy tank. It's located on the south spawn of Redshire and it's under the command of Mai Sakurajima. And she's got a rather interesting colour scheme there on the vehicle, which makes it look like it's got a smiley face. Yes, that's quite good, that. I like that. Well, what can I tell you about the Super Conqueror? Well, never really actually existed. They did produce a turret with this configuration, but it was only used as a target on the range for the Dart and the Malkara missile. It's basically an upgraded version of the Conqueror tank with spaced armour and spaced plates around the turret to stop heat rounds. It's fictional. And Small Gaming's made it up, just as they made up the FB215B, which was the tank that this one replaced. But now you can get the FB215B in the collector's tab if you want to get it, so it's available. It's got a 120mm gun, which is the L1A1, and that's capable of doing 400 alpha, penetrating 326mm of armour, and that's with the APCR, and she's only loaded APCR, and you can see that the standard rounds that go through 259mm, and we've got some HE rounds as well, which will do 515 HP. Reload time is normally by the book 8.34 seconds, but mine's got it down to 6.88. First targets come to sight, she puts around into a Bisonte, easy hit there. It's a bit dangerous going up on this ramp sometimes. I know people like doing it because you can shoot through the gaps at the enemy, but you also make yourself a target for the enemy tanks who are hiding in that little narrow channel way back in grid square B8. So it can be dangerous. You have to be watch out if you go up here. But mine's getting a lot of damage. She's up to 2k of damage and the game's only been going 2 minutes. Easily penetrating through some of them. She got the Bisonte at the wrong angle, and that's why the armor didn't go through. Goes for Capola, didn't get it, didn't pen. She got hit by a T95 in the tracks. Go for another one. This time man, it went in. 413, nice shot, high roll. There is a T95 way at the back. That's the channel I was worried about. That's where they might fire from, and she got hit by a 274A. So she is taking some damage, and she took another hit from that 274. It just goes to show sometimes you can go up here and you can deal a lot of damage against the enemy. She's done 2.5k of damage from this position, but she has lost a few hit points as well. Can't always guarantee this position will work. She's lost 600 hit points. Okay. Well, looking around at the targets at the moment, 2684 might be an opportunity, but if she does push over this area, she might get shot from the Bisonte or from the T95. Trying to get shot at the Bisonte. Yes, she gets him. 357. Just seeing if she can get another shot into that Bisonte. Might be able to if he pulls back a bit more. Yeah, he's actually pulling forward now. He doesn't want to get hit, so he's deliberately staying forward. That might mean he can possibly get the 2684 instead, but he's hugging the rock as well. So at the moment, it doesn't look as if those two tanks are being obliging at all, making themselves any decent target. Okay, Bisonte's pulled back. 50 TP's come into sight. Snapshot didn't work. In fact, I think that one hit the grid, the frame of the Zeppelin. That's the problem about the HE rounds at the moment. In the rework, those rounds will probably go straight through the metal grid, but now at the moment they won't. They will explode on the grid, and the Bisonte has been taken out by our IS-3. But unfortunately he just got taken out by the GSOR 1008, and well, we don't know where he is. I have a sneaking suspicion that he's just further north of us at this moment. Oh, that's a big hit. That was a 155mm round from the T95. 626 hit points of damage from APCR. Low roll. So she's now down to just half her HP. In the sense, actually, she was lucky from the, I think, the position where the shell actually went in. It could have, if it gone through the lower plates, she might have, oh, there it went in through the side. That's where it was, because the ammo rack is just behind that lower plate, you see. So if the shell went in there, she get double damage in a sense, because potential ammo rack. The armor on this tank is fairly good, except for the lower plate and the rear of the vehicle. That's the big problem. Oh, 268's going for it. Tracks him. Now, can she keep him tracked? He's pulling back and, well, gets one into the other track, but doesn't actually track him and hold him in place. She's basically only got token support from the guys behind her at the moment. She's trying to take on a 50 TP and an Object 2684 at the same time. Yeah, trying to side scrape out to see if she can get a shot on that 268. She could use this wreck for cover. And 268 recognises that's a bit of a problem. Goes to the top, yes. Gets it easily through the cupola, but we got hit in the tracks by return. Okay, now using the wreck for cover. No, you're only going to track the vehicle if you try to hit the side there, but you can hit, if you can get it into the weak spot on top of the turret, the cupola, then you will get that one through, and she knows that. I don't think she's waggling at him actually to try and send him a message. No, you're not going to pen me. Yep, she was definitely waggling her gun. Almost telling him off. And the T95's come up as well now. Oh, easily get through the armor on this one. Oh, she went through the tracks into the body of the tank. 459. Was that 459? Yep. And the T95 got rather upset by that, and now he's come around to try and do direct damage. He fired an HE round, but she's going for the cupola and easily penning him for 391. He's a one-shot now. She can take him out of the game with one more shot. He's trying to interfere with her shot. Didn't work. He's gone. You notice how he tried to waggle his gun to interfere. She's going for the cupola and she gets it again. 418. Good work. She's waggling her gun at him saying, no, I'm going to take you down. He's a one-shot now. She can take him out with a side shot. Oh, she loses that to the M48 pattern. Now the 50 TP is a two-shot. She took a round in the tracks from the GSOR. We know he is to the north now. Oh, he managed to get a sneaky round in through the side of the vehicle. And he got the fuel tanks. I think that round at the rear, that's the one that went in through the side. You can see one of the rounds actually went through the gun itself. So we know the GSOR is directly to the north, somewhere on the 9 line, I think. Right down in the water, in the brook, behind the bushes, and that's why we can't see him. We've got two tank advantage. The 50 TP is now facing two opponents. Well, three if you include the pattern. And, well, the T44-100 died to the 50 TP because he went in. The T95 has finally decided to come up and fight. Mind you, he had lost a lot of hit points. One side, one round in through the side, takes out the 50 TP, and that's now 2 kills for my. Now, the P44 Pantera just got taken down by the GSOR, and there he is. He was actually up high. He wasn't down in the brook, he was actually high, hiding behind that tree. The Object 430U got around into the tracks, but the GSOR taken out with one quick shot. That T95 is getting in the way, and that's why she told him to pull back, retreat. But there's also 2 enemy tanks ahead. The Object 430U and the 274A. I think they decided that they need to handle this differently. There's a Super Conk on the enemy team as well.
Moving to support you.
Okay, the Super Conk is actually directly to the north. And my has been seen. She's got 6,000 hit points of damage. You can't say she hasn't worked hard, but then she has been firing APCR. Except for a few rounds of HE. You see how the extra premium consumables, the pudding and tea, does make a difference to the reload with that 688. Oh, good shot into the 430U. Made himself vulnerable. She'll put around into this guy, the Conqueror. Yep, he's gone. That's 4 kills now for Mike. Can she get this 430U? Will take 2 shots. Didn't pen him. Okay, so there's only 2 enemy tanks remaining. 430U and the 274A. The reward tank. Well, it's not a reward tank as well. It's a marathon tank, not a reward tank. The 274. We're about to get another marathon tank coming up soon. Tomorrow starts the 112TM, which has got an absolutely dreadful DPM, but what it does have and what other tanks don't have is really great armor and good penetration, so it might actually be worthwhile as a tank. And I just noticed that, oh, was that marks on the barrel? I thought it was marks on the barrel. No, her end of her barrel is just slightly blue. Okay, one of the tanks is up on the hill. The Batchat 25 tons found him. And, oh, Batchat took a round. Mai's trying to use her 10 degrees of gun depression to get shots on that guy. Yes! Excellent! Got the 430U. That's 5 kills. She could get a top gun if she can take care of the 274A. And he saw her as she went over this rise. So, where are you? Ah, there he is, hiding in the bushes. And it looks like he's either AFK or he's inexperienced and he doesn't know how to play it. And there's the kill shot. And that is a top gun. And mine does have potentially the highest damage in the game with 7,745 hit points. And a rather nice colour scheme. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats and see how well mine did. And here's the end of battle stats, and it was an ace tanker for Mai Sakurajima in the Super Conqueror. And I don't know if Mai is a lady or guy, but I presume she is a lady rather. For Mai sounds like a lady's name. A shell-proof for blocking more damage than the hit points of her own vehicle, a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged her, a fire effect for doing more damage than the hit points of her own vehicle, and a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. She got 11 in this one. She picked up 3 battle hero medals in this one. She got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, a top gun for getting at least 6 kills, and she got a steel wall as well for blocking the most damage in the game, and 11,871 was the win rate, which means it's Super Unicum standard easily. And I like the way she was coolly wagging her gun at the Object 2684 to kind of say, no, you're not going to get me, you're not going to pen, you're not going to kill me, not in this game. Let's have a look at team score and see where she did. Look at that, right at the top, 7,745 hit points of damage. The next high score was the Batchat 25 ton with 3,825, followed by the Object 2684 with 3,560 hit points. When it came to kills, again, it's mine with 6. 3 kills went to the M48 Patton, the Bobject, and the 430U on the enemy team. And after that, there was only 3 tanks who managed to get 2 kills apiece: the Bisonte, the T110E3, and the GSOR 1008. When it came to base XP, yes, she's got the top in all 3 columns. She got the only score over 1,000 base, 1,317, which is why she's got the ace tanker there. The next highest scorer was the Bisonte on her own team with 885, and then the Batchat 25 ton with 843. She fired 33 rounds in that game, 28 direct hits and 21 penetrations, splash damage on 2 as well. She did fire some HE rounds, 7,745 hit points of damage, of which 1,238 were at more than 300 meters. 17 hits received from the enemy, only 4 of which actually penetrated, 12 non-penetrations, and 1 hit by way of splash damage. I'm afraid the penetrating shots, well, a couple of them came from the GSOR 1008, which is pretty surprising, but he was using APCR at long range and he was hiding in a very good position. 3,110 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 2 enemy vehicles spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 6 killed, and 371 hit points of damage assistance. On a free-to-play account, Mai earned 66,188 credits from the battle, 33,094 from personal reserves, and 20,187 for holiday ops. Total of 119,469 credits altogether. But I'm afraid she did fire a lot of APCR in that game, and that's why her costs were, well, gargantuan, you could say. Over 170,000 in costs. In fact, more than that, closer to 190,000. And that meant that, effectively, her loss for the game was 70,339 credits. Yes, a big loss. But then it was down to the fact that she did fire APCR. She earned 7 bonds from that battle for a tier 10 game, 1,317 base XP, times 5 for the first victory, 659 for completing the mission, that's holiday ops, and 1,317 from personal reserves. Took away 8,561 experience points altogether. A very good game for Mai, but I'm afraid very expensive game in terms of APCR. And of course it was a very risky game as well, because she went up on that heights. That position is very dangerous because you can get shot from the enemy rear and are unable to actually do much about it. But mine made it work, and she certainly showed that object. You can't get at a Super Conk if the Super Conk's not going to let you get the pens. And very well played indeed. Now I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.